With Car Guru's Discover, you can skip the filters and describe what you're looking for in your own words. Simply type what you want, and Car Guru's Discover instantly surfaces real listings that match your exact needs. It's no wonder Car Gurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site according to SimilarWeb's estimated traffic data. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at cargurus.com. Go to cargurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's cargurus.com. cargurus.com.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, you hockey think tankers? Welcome to another Wednesday Short Shifts episode sponsored by Skate Tech. Skate Tech skate sharpening equipment repair brings you NHL quality service at an affordable retail price. With over 23 years of sharpening and equipment customizing experience, Skate Tech serves as your personal equipment manager, providing the highest quality skate sharpening, blade profiling, team uniforms, and equipment alterations available on the market today. Let Skate Tech help you take your on-ice performance to the next level with the edge the pros trust. Check them out at skatetechsharpening.com. And
.com. Let's go.
Kid can't even read.
No, those are good. You're even.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe not +1, but like
Harness
the energy was
block
+1.
bad. Harness energy block bad. Move on. Learn from the video. I'll watch the video tomorrow and I'll get better, coach. Let's go.
Doing the bull dance, feeling the flow.
Feeling it.
Working it. He's working it. Happy Gilmore, if you didn't know. And if you didn't know, don't know if we can be friends. Anyways, here we go. We got a Short Shifts episode here today, guys. And I'm really excited for this episode. Really excited. I think you're going to like this one, Jeffrey. I think you're going to like this one. You were an F1 machine. You were a missile. Absolute missile. I want to talk about the 2-1-2. The 2-1-2 forecheck. And I don't know if you've played this in your career, assuming with the amount of years pro that you played, you probably did. And so let's talk for 10 minutes about the 2-1-2 forecheck. Like it, didn't like it. What are your thoughts? Let's go. Let's get into it.
I felt like it was, if you had a really good team that was super connected with everybody, all 5 guys on the ice, 2-1-2 would be awesome. If you're playing teams that were a little bit less skilled, 2-1-2 was awesome. If you played a team that had really, really good defensemen, like from a skill perspective, I felt like at times they could pick the 2-1-2 apart. Usually it's because, the second guy in the 2 maybe wasn't doing his job correctly, but I don't know. I personally liked like a 1-2-2 more. I think it's easier to, I think it's easier to steer them into the next wave. And I don't know. I liked running 1-2-2s more on teams that I played on more than 2-1-2. But if the team was bad, full court press 2-1-2, or if their D are not confident or they're not skilled or not smart, 2-1-2. But you're playing pro and you go 2-1-2 and that second guy that's in the first 2 doesn't get right onto his D man, and it gives that guy the opportunity where they go D to D and he just lifts his stick and the second guy is there too late to get a stick on it. Then you're getting your first 2 guys beat almost right away. When you play against really smart D-men do some crafty stuff like that. So I don't know. I just always like a 1-2-2 better personally. But obviously I would do whatever our team was running at the time, and it's your job to make it work. I think every forecheck is all about, are all 5 guys on the same page? If the first guy who gets there, does he do a good job pushing them the way that you want them to go into the rest of your forecheckers? I think no matter what forecheck you run, if your first guy does not do a really good job so that everyone else can read off of where you want the puck to go, so then your players are there already, it doesn't matter what you're running because it's not going to be successful.
Yeah. The connectedness and the intensity is way more important than
than what you're doing.
Structure.
Yeah, it's how you're doing it is more important than what you're doing.
The
When I always
habits
stay in the gym
are way more important. The angle, the stick pressure, the finish, the back hard through the middle, those things, like the habits are way, way, way more important than the actual structure. So I will agree with you there 100%. I love the 2-on-2, man.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the 2-on-2 because it forces the other team to have to beat you.
Right.
It's and again, you can have aggressive, 1-2-2s. That's kind of similar to a 2-on-2, honestly. But like, I love F1 and F2 getting the frig after it. And F2 has to make a little bit more of a read. And the F2 in every forecheck, for the most part, is going to be the one that's making the most important read on where that first puck goes. Is it going to the D? Is it going to be a reverse? How much pressure does F1 have on the D? Are they going to get a hit? Is there going to be a scrape option? Do I need to play it a little bit safer and stay above, right? Like, F2 is got to be the smart decision maker in a typical forecheck. But I love, and I learned this a lot. I won't say his name because he coaches pro hockey now, and sometimes people don't like their secrets kind of going out there in pro hockey. But he kind of taught us like a really good way to kind of just think about a 2-1-2, right? And one of the biggest things he talked about was matching up. So F1, you're on that D that's going to get the puck. F2, where's their other D? You're going. F3, you're like, what we talked about is the only player that's not going to be aggressive here is F3. Like, you have to be the free safety because we're going to allow our D to gap up hard on their wingers. So you're basically trying to take away any type of pass in the entire, and if that player can, or if the D man can hit the center in that capacity, which is a highly, highly skilled play, great. It's a 1-on-3 or a 3-on-3 coming back because F3 ain't going down, right? Now you're going to gap up on the center and you're going to kind of play it through an angle. But like, I love the matchup kind of way of teaching the 2-1-2. I love it when the D are aggressive down the walls. And I think about things, whenever you talk about things defensively, I always like to think about it on the other side offensively. When you're a winger, and your D, and the other team's D is always down on you on the half wall coming out on a breakout, that sucks. That absolutely sucks at the winger. What do all of us forwards want? We want time and space, man. We want time and space. That is the one thing that we crave. It's the one thing that we live for. And I think the 2-1-2 is an awesome forecheck at killing it quick, being aggressive, taking away that time and space, matching up so there's no passing options. I think it's a great way to play. It's a great way to teach being aggressive, especially in the younger ages too.
When you played at Cornell, you guys did a left wing lock a lot, didn't you?
We did. Yeah, we did
Now,
a lock. Yeah.
Was that like a 2-3 or was that like a 1?
It's very
2-2?
honestly,
Like,
the funniest part about forechecks is that they're not all that different.
Right.
Like there are some little things, obviously, but like it's very similar to a 2-1-2. You're just trying to get them to go up one side. The right D is always down on their left winger. We always have a forward above their right winger. F1 and F2 are hard on their D. And then you have the defenseman in the middle of the ice that's just kind of playing free safety. So yes, it's very similar in the fact that you're taking away both wing options. One's a right D up on their left winger. One's, if whoever you want to be locking, a center lock, a left wing lock, whatever, on top of their right winger. And then F1 and F2 are getting after their D.
So is that like a 2-3? Is it a 2-1-2? It would kind of just depend on where they put their wingers, the other team. Like if they blew their wingers.
Kind of like a 2-2-1, honestly.
2-2-1.
Like,
That's what I meant to say, 2-2-1.
And I don't even, that's not even a thing, but as I'm looking at the...
Right. Like just trying to envision what that looked like. I remember we played against Abbotsford in the AHL when they were with... they were either with the Flames or Vancouver. I never remember.
Probably when you were playing Calgary.
Calgary, thank you. Calgary, yeah. And dude, their neutral zone was a 1-3-1, but the neutral zone, and they would just sit back. It was literally the most unfun hockey I've ever played. I hated going up to play there. It was terrible. I know it's neutral zone, and that's neither here nor there. But back to the 2-1-2. Yeah, I'm definitely more of a fan of 1-2-2. But that being said, like Toph said, all the forechecks wind up being very similar in the end. It's all about the connectedness, and the second guy's really important with the reading. The first guy's really important with the steering and where he's positioning his body to try and force them. Hockey at the higher levels becomes chess. It's, I know that you want to do this. I'm trying to make you do this. You know that I'm trying to make you do this. So you're trying to do that. And it just becomes high level chess and how you administer and actually run your forecheck. So, but I haven't thought about a 2-1-2 in a hot minute though.
Yeah. The other way you can do a 2-1-2 if you don't want to be as aggressive is, instead of the D being right on top of their wingers, the D are kind of playing back between the dots. And if the puck gets up to the wingers, F3 is then going to angle at that player.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So that's a way that some teams do it too. Maybe if it's the third period and you got a lead, or maybe you don't want to play as aggressively against a team that likes to, because what teams will do when you're uber aggressive on the forecheck as you get to the older ages, what do? They punt it, right? They're going to flip it out into the neutral zone. And so because you're taking the passing lanes away, that's just a way to counter that, right? So anyway, I could talk about this a lot longer than just 10 minutes, but this is a 10-minute episode, so we cannot do that. The 2-1-2, if you got any questions, feel free to reach out. It's aggressive. I like it. Jeffrey, very actually surprised you're a 1-2-2 guy, but but we should talk about that at some point soon. I'd like to hear your thoughts.
We will. If you guys got any thoughts, send them our way. Be a bro. Share the show.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.